I decided to pretend that I was downsizing and only keeping 7 bags. So if you want to see what 7 I picked, just keep watching. Hey sis, my name is Dre and welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Over here, we talk about luxury and contemporary handbags and accessories, lifestyle, and staying fly on a budget. So if those are things that you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But anyway, let's get into it. I am actually copying Dazzle Me 77. I believe she was tagged by someone and they were doing a video on if you could only keep 1, 3, 5, or 7 handbags. So theoretically speaking, if I were to downsize, what 7 bags would I keep in my collection? So we're going to start with my 1. If I could only keep 1 bag, that bag would be my Louis Vuitton Neverfull MM in the Damier Ebene. And the reason that this would be the one that I would keep is because it's multi-purpose. I can use this bag every day. Being this the MM size, it's the perfect tote size for me. Like, it's big enough for everything that I could even think of putting in here, but not so big where I feel like it swallows me up or it's overwhelming. Being that it's canvas and not leather, it's lightweight, so that means I can put more stuff in the bag without it getting too heavy. The other thing is being that it's so lightweight and that these straps, even though I will say this treated leather is a lot thicker, tougher, and harder than the Vachetta. I've had this bag since 2017, so the straps have definitely loosened and softened up over time. So what that means for me now at this point is that when I load this bag up, I can put another person in this bag if I needed to, and the straps don't hurt my shoulder. They don't hurt. I literally carried my dog in this bag before, and the straps did not hurt my shoulder. So that's a good thing. The other thing about this bag, again, and it's partially because it's canvas, is that it's just so pliable. Like, let me take out, I have a organizer in here, but if I take that out, I mean, this bag is just so squishy. Like, you know, when I travel with this bag, I can stick it up under, you know, the seat in front of me when I'm on the plane. You know, it's just, it really is a workhorse. Being that it's scratch proof, water resistant, and this bag has been through it and it has held up and still looks great. So yeah, this is definitely a keeper if I could only keep 1. The other reason why this bag would not be leaving is because it comes with the pouch, which is, did I take it off? It's right here. So this is almost like a cheat because I feel like I get 2 in 1 with this. So to be able to have this every day and for travel, but then be able to use this like if I just needed a few things or going out in the evening. So for me, it makes it a no-brainer that if I could only keep 1 bag, it would be the Neverfull. And then being that it's the Damier Ebene, it kind of goes with everything. So styling it would not be a problem. It wouldn't clash, you know, with whatever I decided to wear that day. So definitely, this would be my number 1. So if I could keep 3 bags, my number 2 and 3 would be, so my number 2 would be a black bag, and it would probably be the Rogue 25. This bag would serve a couple of purposes for me, because number 1 is black. You gotta have a black bag in your collection. Number 2, it's a top handle. I'm a top handle girl, so this works for me. And also the fact that it's the perfect size to wear as a shoulder bag. So this really, I've got a black satchel and shoulder bag in this one. So again, I feel like it's a cheat for me. You know, I'm able to wear this bag a couple of different ways. So it would be like having more than 1 bag. The other thing about this bag is that the size is perfect. It's big enough where it fits everything that I need, but not so big that it gets heavy when I stuff it or overwhelming. I carried this bag for about a week and a half straight over the holidays, and I kept it filled with stuff. And I don't remember ever using the shoulder straps. I kept them attached just in case. But like, I was out, you know, I was at the mall, I was going out to lunch, just shopping, running errands, and it was comfortable in the crook of my arm, even with all of my stuff in it. So this would be the black bag that I would keep in my collection. Also, the fact that it has the gunmetal hardware makes it a neutral black. So I could pair this with black accessories, with gold or silver if I needed to. So the Rogue 25 in black is definitely a keeper. And it's a showstopper because I got so many compliments and comments on this bag when I wore it out with all of my accessories on it. So yeah, this is definitely one that would have to stay in the collection. And it would be my black bag. So if I could keep three, so my three would be a Dooney, and it would be my micro satchel in the natural color. And this would just be so that I could have a brown satchel, really. I just need a brown satchel in my collection, and the Speedy that I own is the 30, so that's not a size that I would want to carry on an everyday basis. So I figured this would be closer to the satchel size that I would want to carry every day. And so I went with this one. I also have this satchel in plum and in the same size, and I went back and forth as to whether I would want to keep the plum or the natural. But I decided to go with the natural because I haven't worn the plum yet. So obviously I gravitate more towards this one. So since I can only keep 7, they may as well be 7 that I know I'm gonna wear. So I decided to go with this. And also I like this bag because it is small enough to wear as a crossbody. So this could be my crossbody wear if I just needed to be able to say I had a crossbody in my collection. This is, you know, right there where it's not too bulky, it's just right. So I would use this one. The other thing about this bag is that even though it's Florentine leather, it's not heavy because of the size. So it's manageable. Once I put my items in here, just like the Rogue 25, it would still be, you know, a manageable weight. So this would be easy for me to carry every day. I could definitely get my wear out of this. So this would be my number 3. So now we're getting to if we could have 5. So my number 4 would be, I'm going to have to say my number 4 will probably be my Tabby 26 in the Oxblood. This bag I would keep because this is one that the straps can be taken off, so I could dress this bag up if I needed to, and it's dark enough where it could, you know, go with anything. So, and again, I wanted to have like a baguette style bag in my collection. So this is what I was thinking, like tote, satchel, crossbody, baguettes. So, you know, I wanted to make sure that I had one of each in my collection when I chose my 7. So this would be my baguette, but this could also be like a nice evening bag. I could wear this as a clutch without a strap, or I could put a dressier chain strap on it if I wanted to dress it up. So this is one of those bags that could be casual and dressy. And it's the baguette style, so it's that perfect size, like shoulder bag. So I decided that I would definitely keep this one. And I went back and forth between this and my pillow tabby, and I had almost selected the pillow tabby because the pillow tabby, since it's softer and not as structured, fits more. But for the purpose of just keeping 7 bags and wanting a bag this shape, obviously what fits is not going to be one of the main factors in choosing it, because this is just not a big bag. Like even the pillow tabby, even though it fits more, it's still not a big bag. So obviously when you choose a bag like that, like fitting a lot in it, it should not be the criteria. So I decided to go with this because it's more structured. So it just looks dressier. So I figured, you know, this would be a little more versatile than the pillow tabby. Since we trying to limit ourselves to 7 bags, I want to be able to get the most out of each bag possible. So I had to go with the regular over the pillow tabby. All right, so let's see here. We've got, so if I had to do 5, my number 5 would probably be this, my looping. So this particular bag I would choose just because I feel like I would need to have at least one monogram canvas piece in my collection. The only other monogram canvas piece that I have is the Speedy, but I have it in the size 30, and that's not a size that I like to carry every day. I also already selected a top handle barrel shaped satchel with the Dooney and Burke micro satchel. So I figured this one would be the one that I would choose just to have a canvas piece in my collection. But this is also one that I think is versatile enough to be dressed up or down, because it's small enough where it could be kind of dressy depending on what you wear with it. And I've also been looking at this handle and how it's made, and I think that I could actually figure out a way to attach a gold chain strap to this bag to make it even dressier. So I figured this would be a good piece to keep in the collection, just to have a monogram piece and to have something large enough, because I think this is in that sweet spot where it's large enough to fit everything that I would need, you know, to carry all day, but small enough where it could, like I said, still be kind of dressy if you needed it to be. The next bag that I would keep, if I could keep, so now we're at 6 and 7. So we've done our 5. So I got my 5. So if I could keep 7 bags, I would add my Pillow Madison, only because I love this bag, and this is the only light color bag so far that I've chosen. So I figured I would need something that could be worn in the spring, summer months, or at least something that looks spring and summery, because I would wear all the bags that I selected, I would wear throughout the year. But I figured I needed to have at least one piece that actually looked like spring, summer. So I decided I would choose my Pillow Madison in the coral, because it's definitely giving that spring, summer vibe, even though it would be pretty in the winter and fall as well. And this bag also is a nice size, so it would be a good everyday carry. I would be able to fit all of my essentials in here, and it's, you know, it's casual if you need it to be, but it can also be dressy. So I figured the Pillow Madison would definitely need to stay. And then the very last bag that I would keep, if I could keep 7, is right behind me, and it would be my Bandit. And I'm not gonna even lie, y'all, the only reason I would keep this bag is because I want to keep a blue bag in my collection, and this is one that I just don't think I could ever part with. So it doesn't serve any other purpose than being blue, and I don't want to get rid of it. But just look at it. I mean, like, why would I? Like, to me, as far as like Coach goes, and like the design, the things that they've been coming up recently, this particular piece is about as close to perfection as you're gonna get. Like, look at this. It's leather on the inside and outside. And I normally don't like bags this structured, but this is just a beautiful bag. Look at let me get this out of here. And I know I revealed this bag before in other videos, but just in case you haven't seen those other videos, like look at this. So you got leather inside and out, and even this pocket in here, this snap pocket, the inside is also leather. The inside of the back pocket is leather. Like this entire bag is leather. But I figured I would want to have a blue bag in my collection. So I figured I would go with the Bandit. And also this is another bag that's versatile that can be worn as a short shoulder, long shoulder, or crossbody. And if I didn't want it to be as dressy with this chain strap, I could just use a strap that came with it. Double it up and make it a short shoulder, and it's a cute everyday bag. But I figured this is versatile. This blue is muted enough where it's even could be worn as a neutral, in my opinion. That could pretty much go with anything. So this was my 7th pick, only because, like I said, I wanted to have a blue bag and I don't want to get rid of this one. So that is it, guys. Those are the 7 bags that I would choose if I could only keep 7. Let me know if you like this video. Go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And also hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload new videos. And until the next time we see each other, take care of yourselves. Bye.